Namaste all. Will not take much time as we are running short of time.
Yes. Good evening everyone. Namaskara everyone.
So I'm working in healthcare industry, so I'll give some insight on healthcare part. And Mr. Prasad is working in CRED.
So the fintech, yeah.
So he'll give the insight on the startup factors and cloud and other things. So yes, cloud slowly getting mature. And it is very good option for the startups because startups also doesn't know their journey. So in that manner, one-time capex, they no need to invest and they can go for OPEX model. And as they are growing, their expenses or their cloud also growing that way. So what do you think, Mr. Prasad, on that?
I agree completely. So cloud is the strategy for any startup. There is no other way. They can't have servers or a huge infrastructure inside their office because we really don't know what is the model which the company's growth strategy is. So and also cloud provides a lot of flexibility in terms of adopting different technologies and whatever the changes which company is going to adopt as per the business growth. Cloud definitely provides a lot of flexibility, and also the SaaS model especially brings in a lot of value adds when it comes to taking any line of business application services or business productivity applications. So yeah, it helps a lot for any startup. So not only startup, I feel cloud is the way to go for any enterprise in the coming days. Or I mean, it is definitely evolving. It has evolved and it is still evolving, I feel.
Correct, rightly said. So I want to bring you back to a decade ago when even I started my career. So a small server room in one segment in the organization running. So few server, even storage within the server, that kind of environment were there. Later on, some 2010, that server storage, that concept came, and bigger racks are there in your server room. Server room became a data center. So somewhere 2012, 2013, 14, 15, that cloud concept coming to the market and people about to know this cloud, okay. But initially people preferred the private cloud, means within one data center they are managing their all branches. Slowly people thought like small application or sometimes you don't have a choice application coming with the cloud option. So they are moved on the cloud for few application and few running from the their on-prem solution. So that way hybrid cloud concept came. So private cloud, then hybrid cloud. Now startup though I thought 100% or 99% they are on public cloud only. But organization who's having the legacy data as well, they also thought to move on cloud. But in healthcare, I'm coming back to healthcare part. Healthcare part is difficult because in one MRI CT image takes 600 MB or sometimes GB for one image. So difficult to push to cloud and then retrieve on real time. Doctor can view it, enlarge and give the better result. So in that segment, most of the hospital having on-prem solution as well as few application on cloud. So in hybrid concept they have. So cloud, it is not like straight fit. You have to analyze your organization business, organization culture, and the data growth. That way you can take the decision to move on cloud or partially on cloud or completely on private cloud. So it is my opinion, and this healthcare experience, it is like that only.
No, definitely, I completely agree. I too have worked in a healthcare industry in UAE, and I have seen where the organizations not wanting to put the patient data, specifically the images and other things on the cloud, they always wanted to host it in-house. And also in some countries, they don't want to put especially the healthcare data onto the public cloud at all. They would like to have either in-house or host it on a virtual private cloud. So connecting your point to the sustainability, yes, we all we are all on the cloud adoption path. Whether we like it or not, we have to adopt that path. And yes, hybrid is going to be there. Not every company and every data will go to the public, that's for sure. Based on the industries, we need to have that flexibility of hosting few things, public cloud, and hosting few things in our own private cloud or in-house as well, based on the industry. So connecting this to the sustainability, yes, cloud provides us a lot of flexibility. Also reduces a lot of carbon footprint also. I remember when we started our probably career journey, we used to have a lot of server rooms, multi-branch offices. We used to have their own server rooms and some point-to-point connectivity and some RF connectivity. We used to have issues with the data syncing on time, and we used to wait till evening so that the business hours gets over. And then there's so many issues that we have seen, and we used to literally fight with the management for that one small server room. Whenever there is a new branch opening, we used to literally fight that we need to have a good server room. And imagine, we used to have so many server rooms in different offices, and imagine the carbon footprint that we left in those offices, be it in terms of power, be it in terms of cooling, and heat generation of those servers. So all that has come down today. You're global. Even if you're a global company, and you can have your data just in 3 or 4 countries, and you can be present in 50 other countries, right? So you have CDN. So that way, cloud has definitely helped the organizations to reduce the carbon footprint across the world. And government also, I think, is giving a lot of investment, and also encouraging the organization to adopt towards this. I'm reading some of the steps taken in Canada specifically to reduce the carbon footprint from the data center perspective. It's a very interesting article, probably. So yeah, this is I think we have evolved a lot over the period of time in terms of adopting the cloud and attaching this to the carbon footprint and sustenance.
Yeah. So in cloud, one layer is hardware layer. We can take the hardware as a service, like we got PaaS, platform as a service. But on top of that, OS is there, antivirus is there, and other security backups are there, and firewall level control are there. All those are optional. So it is not like that we taken the cloud from the any cloud provider and it is done. No. So security comes in after that. Once you take the resources, RAM, hard disk, and processor, like that. So on top of that, you have to define, like antivirus control they have to do, correct? Security, local security, firewall security, they have to take care. Or network management of that particular platform, they have to take care. So all those scenario, this CIO or the IT head has to define. Then they can move smoothly on the cloud. And very much needed, first you have to evaluate your business need. If data flow is very much, then you have to think what portion of the services application you can push to the cloud and what you can keep in on-prem in your private cloud. It is my view on that.
No, I completely agree. It is purely depending on your business process. What portion of data you want to host it in cloud and what you want to keep it inside. You cannot simply go and host everything in public cloud and one fine day say that, okay, I have lost everything because there is a security breach. Having said that, in the current industry where I am working, probably we all would have seen a lot of breaches, here and there, especially financial data, starting from, food delivery app to any app that you see, they would have gone through some breach. Some will come in the news, some will not come in the news, right? So this risk is always there. Now, as our security folks sitting here said, there is nothing called 100% secure in this world. And in my view, it is going to be more and more vulnerable in my view, there cannot be 100% secure cloud or 100% secure data in any of the, thing. It is definitely going to be a challenging thing. I'm sure it may evolve. As and when the technology evolves, challenges are also, more, so that way, I see there are a lot of things to do in the coming days.
Like on-prem also, hardware we have. On top of that, antivirus, other things. We manage by our own. We have a separate security team, different team, network different, antivirus management team different. If we are managing that way, on-prem solution, private cloud, same way we have to think to public cloud. Public, they offer all these things in a service, correct? So you have to choose accordingly what things you want to give, or you want to keep your security guys in a house so he can take care on behalf of them, or backup guy in a house, they can take care. So in wisely, you have to take the decision on those portions so security can be controlled at least up to some level. Right. So we'll be in safe hand. Not 100%, that is not possible. True. Because ransomware coming or different antivirus comes, the engine comes later and this viruses comes first. Yeah. That way.
Yeah. No, true, very true. I have seen in all these organizations, even if you host everything in public cloud, though they offer 100% IT as services, platform as services, or anything as a service, but still some of these key aspects are still maintained or managed by the in-house team. I think that should be the way to go if you want to have full control, or at least 95% of the control. Yeah, I mean, it all depends on organization strategy again. How confident are you, or how critical is your organization data? So based on that, you should probably take the decision on that.
Correct. As you are CIO for 𝗧𝗵. 𝗧𝗵 is a fintech company, correct?
Yeah, that's
so
right.
Very critical data. Otherwise, bank will delist the 𝗧𝗵. Similarly, for us, healthcare, so patient data is very critical. So medical data, and it should not breach. But we take the example in many scenarios, Google also hacked by someone few months ago, and so 100% there is no security, but at least from 60-40% we can reach to 90% or 95% to manage the things in manner.
Right.
And we want to conclude our thing, like cloud is a good option for the startup, no doubt, for the running organizations, but you have to evaluate according to your business need. Then you can choose, yes, public cloud is good, private cloud is good, or hybrid cloud is good. So this is our view.
Perfectly. There's no second thought about it. We all take cloud adoption decision based on the business decisions only. Overall, if you see, the cloud adoption is increasing every day, be it private cloud or hybrid cloud. Nobody wants to have a big data center unless and until a healthcare industry like you, or other government organization. Even government is also moving towards cloud these days. They are putting their data there. But yeah, apart from the business decision, security is a biggest concern. Coming from the fintech, as of today, what is secured? You put your mobile number in any of the app, your entire history is there. It is out. How many loans you have, how many credit cards you have, how many bank accounts you have. These guys have every data. So what I'm saying is, you carry a data center in your mobile phone. Actually, it's a small data center. Actually, you carry, which is I'm not sure about the security. So I kind of put a different mobile number for the banks, and different mobile number for these so-called apps that we try to evaluate. Various apps. Otherwise, your data is out. You don't know. So that is the only concern that I see as this cloud adoption, as the business growth. A lot of industries are adopting. So many new startups are coming, and there are a huge amount of data. Where are we going in terms of data security and data privacy is the biggest concern that we have. That is number one. Number two, yes, cloud from this subject perspective. the global carbon footprint, global sustenance model, or the energy, those things. Yes, cloud is actually contributing a lot. It has reduced a lot of in-house data centers in various, thus reducing the power consumption, and thermal consumption. So many aspects of that. So, yeah, this is my view about that, sir.
Correct, correct. Cloud is giving you a good option to move anytime from on-prem to cloud segment. But yes, it's your decision, your organization decision, management decision. You want to put your data on cloud, or you want to take only infrastructure, and the security control you want to keep with yourself. So that way you can manage. So we want to conclude our conversation. And then, yes, you have many things in this, like sustainability, reliability, and anytime you can ask them to increase the resources, they can increase. Network bandwidth, they can increase. But yes, bottleneck will come when you are bringing the data or pushing the data. So ISP connectivity, we can say MPLS or P2P. So that takes time always. So that way, but it is a good option available, and now enough mature, we can say.
It is matured, yeah.
Enough mature. So that's it. Any question, please?
We can only discuss. We are just sharing our views. I'm sure we are. All right, thank you so much for the opportunity, and you all have a good evening. Reach home safe. It is